Do we want to do an intro?
Intros go last,
Huh?
like anything. Well done goes at the end. What's up on the docket today? That's a pretty good car you got there, Soren.
That's not one of mine.
Current
That's
bid is $109,000
well, you
Holy
should refresh it just
shit!
to make sure.
with 6 days
6
left.
days.
It might have gone up.
I do like it. It's mono coloro.
Monochromaticness,
Uh-huh.
monochromaticity, maybe. I don't like it.
You don't like it?
How do you not like that? It's all the same color.
I,
That
I
chassis.
like that about it. I like the chassis. I like the wheels and tires. I don't like the body.
Why?
I don't know. I like that it has a body.
It's a
You know
hot
what? I
rod.
take that back. As that sort of thing goes, it's like better than most because it has a bonnet. Fuck it, I'd have it. Not for 190 grand.
The wheels are Cerakoted.
The wheels are my least favorite part,
They're
and I
not
usually
terrible.
like those wheels.
I feel like we need to do more with Cerakote.
Hmm. Yeah, it's some good material.
BMW Vermilion Red Leather.
I know that's why you
Don't get
picked it.
sidetracked.
With what?
Oh, I thought you were looking at the red BMW. That's the
No.
color of the interior.
Yeah.
BMW Vermilion. Gotcha. It's not a bad color. The coloring overall is nice, actually.
It's a nice steering wheel too.
I think I don't like the soft top.
I think that can go away.
I mean, for all I know, a 32 Ford only came with a soft top
32 Ford Roadster only came with a soft top.
because it's a roadster.
That's correct. 32 Ford Coupe.
What is that 427 out of?
That is a small block Ford
Okay, so
with Cleveland cylinder heads.
I approve of that more than if it was an LS swap. Those bits look nice. I mean, the
Fuel
suspension bits.
injection. Tramac TKX 5-speed, 9-inch.
Independent rears.
It's craziness.
Who made the chassis?
I believe that
Ford?
is a
No.
Google.
Yep. Well, it says it's Joe Kugel's.
Huh,
Yeah, but his company is Google Components,
right.
so he makes stuff like this.
And a Kegel independent. Kegel?
So what you're saying is
Sounds like a
it was
weird
a tax
exercise.
write-off.
Well, yep. Is that a Seinfeld tax write-off?
I mean, good on him.
I think that's a good-looking car.
Yeah.
I'm not thrilled
I,
by the soft topness of it, but I guess otherwise I like it.
I didn't see it. Cool car.
Yep, I like it. Next,
Next. Holy schmoly.
I like that a lot.
from roughly the same year,
Uh,
Yeah.
that's my favorite type of Morgan three-wheeler is the V-twin style.
Yeah. Roughly the same amount of wheels.
As you know, I don't
roughly.
like white cars, but I do like white motorcycles, and that's motorcycle enough that I would accept that creamy white color. It's good interior. I don't know. I'd have it.
I
I
hope you
can I can
enjoy it.
think of worse ways to die.
It's got 19-inch wheels, Soren. Those
So
things are gangster wheels.
I think those all have pretty motorcycle-y front wheels
Yeah.
And engine.
and engine. Anyway, I like it. I like it a lot.
Whoa.
Is it 35? I mean, if I had the money, I would probably just get it.
What are those pipes?
Yeah.
Pipes and engines?
Looks like all kinds of optional bits.
Yeah, that definitely yeah,
I
that
mean, look at
looks
that
like a
interior.
Sorenmobile. That's nice. So where's the rifle go?
Um,
Or do you just have a?
I think you'd make a rack that mounts it kind of forward pointing on the side.
Oh, he's got different wheel
Oh,
options.
I like those better.
That'd match your wagon. You could tow your wagon thing with
No,
that.
my wagon has marigold yellow wheels,
Well,
but I like that coppery thing.
I like those.
Those would get swapped on, unless there's a pretty compelling reason not to.
The discs.
No, the spokes, but the copper spokes. Is that a steering wheel?
Yep.
That might get swapped on.
It had one. This guy just
It's got
Bought
options.
a bunch of shit.
Yeah, lots
has
of
a
options.
bunch of stuff.
Huh.
Maybe he makes them.
You think there's enough stuff to just like make 80% of another one?
Yeah.
All you
Lots of-
need is a
If you want
Lots of
seat
bits.
belts, he's got seat belts.
fucked up chassis.
He's got the cover for the tonneau cover.
Huh. All right, next.
Holy shit.
That's
Also from
me.
the same year.
Where'd
but not,
this come from?
But not the same year.
That's me. I really like 2CVs. I know they're stupid and have many downsides, one of which is that they don't do a very good job of going, but I think they're great and I want one because of their ridiculousness. I would honestly probably prefer an earlier one.
Why? What's
Because-
the difference?
Because I want the lawn chair seats.
That doesn't have lawn chair seats?
No.
Oh.
I want to be able to like
You
get
could
somewhere,
probably put lawn chair
you
seats.
could
take
put
the
lawn
seats
chair
out and have a
seats in.
picnic, and I want it more bare bones probably, but I still
But at least it still has round headlights.
I like those a lot because of their silliness.
Their windows.
They're silly, and they amuse me.
Okay.
Huh.
Next.
Ooh.
You know, I almost did that one, but it would have been a conflict apparently.
Well, it's pretty badass.
Yep. That looks pretty fantastic.
I usually don't like these.
I like the
But-
wheels.
This one's got the right.
What don't you normally like?
I don't know why I don't like. It takes a certain 6 Series to get me excited.
Ah, okay.
And this has the right stuff on it.
So you don't normally like the 6 Series.
Not
The
normally.
seats.
This is the Alpina. It's got the stripes. It's got the wheels. It's got the
It
seats.
appears to have
I think, was it an automatic?
gingham
Is
floor
it an
mats.
automatic?
Maybe.
It is an
Yeah.
automatic.
That's okay.
But
It doesn't.
it's
they
got to
don't-
be easy to swap.
Who was it that makes those floor mats? Who were looking at those floor mats?
Coco Remio.
Who?
Those are cocoa mats.
Cocoa mats. Yeah.
Well, those look like, yeah, just says Cecil mats. Like the brand we were looking at was cocoa mats.
Yeah.
Cecil has a weird smell.
I'm sure that car smells weird.
It might not. I mean, it might smell a lot like the 80s.
But it looks fantastic.
It looks great.
It
I
does.
like the spoilers front and rear. Pretty much any Alpina striping I like. Got
That-
good colors.
That's the thing that I don't like about it is the striping.
What?
I would have to have that come off.
I would invest in manual swapping it.
You might not want to buy an Alpina if you're going to take the stripes off.
Why?
Well, because
Because that's the thing.
it's kind of their thing.
But what's wrong with me liking that car but not liking the stripes?
Well, because you can buy one of those that's not an Alpina.
But then it doesn't have the Alpina-ness.
The wheels and the stripes.
That can't be the only thing that they did.
They did the seats.
They did other things, but
I could just buy that and take the stripes off.
yeah.
And I know that would offend people, but those
Yeah, it would
people
offend
are
us.
being silly.
Oh man, and it's got headlight wipers.
Yep.
In that situation, they should have bought it and not let me get it.
Well, luckily you're not buying it.
It's unfortunate that it's in Florida.
That's a beauty.
It's a good one. What's the number on it?
45,000. 14 hours left.
I'd way rather have that than a three-wheeled clown shoe.
Yes. Would you rather have it than that?
Ooh,
Same
man,
price,
same price.
ends in 2 days.
I think I may have also picked this one.
I would rather have the black one just because I don't like the red very much.
I think the black one's just a more special car.
I mean, it's not the same car.
This one's earlier, and I think it's got a bigger engine.
No.
No,
I think it's got a smaller engine, right? That's a 3,
well,
assuming that the name means anything, which it might not.
it's a
No.
3.4.
It's got an M30B34 in it.
Well, that was a 35, right?
Yeah. But it was also an M30. This has been swapped.
To what?
The newer engine.
To the newer engine.
The M30
Gotcha.
B34. That's why it's powered.
I like the Euroness. It's a decent color. I just think I'd probably have the Alpina.
But we don't need to be doing a whose is what every time we click on it.
Why
Why?
not?
Huh?
Why?
I don't know. Why what
What's it hurt?
okay.
How are we going to laugh at everybody?
I mean, is that a mystery that we want to maintain for some reason?
It's just kind of going through the whole surprise thing. And if you picked it, then
Well, he was suggesting it was mine, which means
right.
he knows it's not his, but he
Well, he
doesn't.
didn't know it wasn't his. Because that's why I was laughing and saying, did I actually pick this one?
Okay, well, a normal person would know that that wasn't theirs.
Well,
Was it
they're
his?
cool.
Or wasn't yours?
Wasn't their own,
Oh,
unless they knew it was their own.
I may have looked at it.
I feel like we've gotten to the missile thing.
The missile?
Yes, the missile knows where it isn't.
Mistletoe?
Oh, that's a terrible interior.
that's a great interior.
It's in really good shape for one of those. And that thing said it had 200,000 miles on it.
Did it?
Yeah.
Steve.
Yeah.
Think about Audis, in my opinion, is that they're all boring looking.
Maybe you refurbish the underside.
You could cryoblast it.
Is that a particularly good driving car?
I would think so.
It's,
I mean, is an S4
it's
from
pretty
that
quick.
era?
It sounds cool.
Think I've ever driven one of those.
It's turbocharged.
I had a 5,000 turbo, but I didn't really drive it.
Was that the one that was a doorstop?
Yes.
Was it
Taillights bother
turbocharged?
me.
I don't know. I think that looks really cool.
It's nice. And it's weird that it's in New Jersey
Oh my God.
and not Oregon or somewhere.
I would own one of those. I don't know what the price would be where I would own one of those. Because, like you said, I don't know what I would do with it.
Okay,
I
say
could
it's
see investing a bunch of money in the underside and rust prevention.
7 grand, 14 hours. So I don't know what it'll end at, but let's say it's 10.
Okay.
10 grand for a car that has a decent interior that looks okay and runs reasonably well
And they're neat.
is
And you
not
can make
crazy.
them ridiculously fast.
Yeah.
I think that's what I would want to do.
You wouldn't pull that engine out, put it in something else?
I don't think so. I think I would just buy something else that already had that engine.
You
I
wouldn't put
wouldn't
that in a.
I wouldn't buy that car to take the engine out of it.
I wouldn't put
I'm sure you
that.
could find a really bad one.
Yeah, you could put a bad one.
Is an S4 visually similar to an A4?
Back then they did not make an A4.
Interesting.
What was it? A 100?
That was I think those were 200s.
200s?
Okay, but is it visually similar to the more pedestrian model?
Yeah, they look almost identical.
So you could take the badge off and make a sleeper out of it. Make it super fast, take the badge off.
Yeah, I guess.
Parts are going to be hard to find.
Are or not?
Are like bumpers and
Really?
yeah, because Chip had one
I really
years
like the
and years
wheels.
ago, and we couldn't find a bumper for it when he hit something.
Really?
Yeah,
I don't remember him having one of those.
he had a black one like that, and then he also had Trek.
You're right.
You also have what?
He had a green one called Trek.
It had
Oh, yeah, I
it
forgot
had a
about
name.
Shrek.
Yeah, he owned it what a couple times or something.
Yeah.
Hmm.
The thing was a basket case,
He kept going.
but it worked. All right, Soren, where are you going with this?
I am completely uninterested.
What?
It is visually uninteresting.
You don't like this?
No, I don't.
You don't like the color? You don't like
I
the
imagine it
wheels?
sounds very nice, and it's probably very fast.
My
Uh,
goodness.
I- so yeah, I do like that color, but I don't like that color on cars. I don't like any of those um,
Yeah.
monotone paints.
I actually really like the color, and I like the interior.
Yeah, I like it. You can't tell it's got turbos on it.
No.
Why? You mean you can't tell?
Well, you look at it, and a lot of people put like turboed or they have pipes running around everywhere, but that just looks
Yeah,
stock.
but that's a fast car to start with.
No.
Sure.
It's much faster now.
Eh, I mean, so it's probably fun to drive, but
Oh, this didn't have the exhaust there before, did they?
Yeah,
It's
maybe you're
down.
right. It
It's
was
down at
down
the
at the
bottom.
bottom. That's kind of cool. I like it.
I do like that it doesn't have the little carbon winglet things in it. I
Oh,
hate those.
well, it's a second gen,
Yeah. So the
which
blades
I
are
like the first
smaller.
gen better, but I like the wheels.
Good wheels, yeah.
Did the new ones, did these ever come in a manual?
I believe so.
Did you? That would be it's the only thing wrong with this car in my book.
I don't know that they always did.
Like there might have been years when they didn't.
I feel like maybe a year or two and then they quit doing it.
Right.
I could be wrong on that though. Leave a comment in the comments.
What are those?
Let us know.
Those are controls. Whoa. That's kind of cool.
Hmm. It's a neat car.
Yeah. I don't know how often I'd drive it.
I think that's the only thing it's good for.
Maybe every day.
It's not good to look at.
What?
It's not.
All right.
It's
Was there
boring.
any videos of it running around?
Nope.
Dang. Oh, no.
Oh,
There is a drive. Dyno session. Hope we fix this problem. Nope.
we definitely didn't fix that problem.
That sounds good.
Sounds good. Seemed pretty slow. It's too bad I didn't wear my Rockford outfit.
Yeah, you went with the Magnum.
Yeah.
I don't
74.
know what the SD 455 means.
SD is Super Duty.
Is the
Ooh,
455 an engine?
455 would be the displacement.
those seats looked really
Is that
comfortable.
early enough that it isn't completely hampered by shite economy and emissions things that didn't work very well?
Um, they are rated at 290 horsepower, 395 foot-pounds of torque, pound-feet of torque.
That's kind of low for that engine size.
Yeah, they were getting into that.
But in 74, they were really fast. It might have been the quickest. I forget. They're very quick.
It looks very not rusty underneath.
It almost looks like plumbed. And I mean that in terms of color.
Plumbed.
Plum?
It's a kind of finish on iron-based metals that looks a lot.
Iron-based metals are finished in plum.
It's a kind of finish that can be put on iron-based metals that is based on rust bluing, but not complete. It looks plumbed. I don't know how other to describe that.
Isn't plum like purple?
I don't believe you.
It's meant to be, but it's not.
That like how original that car is.
The velour.
That looks pretty original.
It does.
Do you
It's
think
got
that's
8-track.
real jeweling or like plastic?
What?
I'm
The
sorry. Do you think
engine
that's real
turn dash.
engine turning or plastic?
I believe, I don't know, on a 74. I think
Yeah,
it's metal.
I forget. It could be metal.
Pretty sure it's metal. Oh, we were talking about tires earlier. This has radial tuned suspension.
Whoa.
For the radial tires?
Yep.
Apparently, it was 1970 that Ford made the first production car to just come with radial tires
In the US or in the world? I feel like,
in the US.
okay. I feel like that was,
So if that's
had been around
74,
in the Europes.
if that's 74, that's still pretty new for the American
Yes.
consumer.
And that's also why they promoted that
They made a badge for it
radial tuned
so that your
suspension.
passenger can see it.
So
As
you know
a
you have radials on the car,
Or at least it came with them.
or at least it came with them.
And the suspension is tuned for them.
I'm assuming it's got, yeah,
Those
even
are the
says
foam
it right
wheels,
on the
right?
tire.
oh
What?
yeah.
Those are the foam wheels.
Yep.
I do like the way those look. I just don't like that they're foam.
Well, I mean, it's a steel wheel.
Yeah, but I mean, I don't like that it can be easily damaged.
It's not easily damaged.
Oh,
I can't think of the last time I saw a set of those that was damaged.
you can. You had a set
This
of them that
is,
was damaged.
yeah, but that was because of a person that attacked it with a wheel gun.
It is a wheel.
Yeah, but it's not, if it was painted, it would have been damaged too. If it was aluminum, it would have been damaged. This is like, when I say foam, this is like a really hard,
It's not like
it's not like
memory
squishy.
foam.
I just think I would like that wheel better if it were one material, like aluminum.
Did they always have that nub in the center?
This,
Is that
the cap,
new? Yeah,
yep.
I don't
I
like that.
imagine the nub in the center might fly off and then they wouldn't have it anymore.
I don't remember that from the last set we were looking
Yep.
at. But
There may have been different style caps. Because also, I don't remember if the trim ring was always
Chrome.
polished or chrome or whatever it is. Yeah.
it's a nice shape.
Yeah. It's a neat car.
40,000. Whoa. Well, that's just pretty.
It is a lovely car. I
Those Dunlop wheels. I think they have to, I think they flare these.
Who is this?
Who is it?
Who makes these?
Jaguar?
Sure.
It's modified beginning styling cues from the E-Type lightweight race cars.
Mmm.
And I think this is
Fitted with an RS panel,
this
widened rear fender kit.
bulging of the rear fender.
Yeah, that's good.
Oh, has a name, RS panels.
Yeah.
And the Le Mans style sill with the extensions.
Well, whoever took these pictures really sucks at taking pictures.
I
They got the mountains in the way of this beautiful car.
Those aren't, I think, meant to be close-ups. Those are meant to be beauty shots.
Are you being sarcastic?
Yeah.
Okay. I said there's a really good picture.
What in the world is going on in here?
It's been modified, Bear. And
Well, I like the
probably
tack.
modified
Yeah.
for the better.
Tack's pretty neat.
I like the tack, and I don't mind the seats.
I like the engine.
The engine is cool. Very, very cool. Air conditioning.
Uh, yeah.
Isky racing cams. I bet that thing sounds gorgeous.
I'll try it again.
Yeah.
See if I
Think we'll
wait a
get past
second.
first gear.
Nope.
We did.
I don't know why, but I feel like I might be scared driving that on the highway.
I like that car, but I don't wish to have it. Because I would be so furious if somebody hit it.
Oh, I'd be.
I would probably end up in jail.
I would have a lot of tickets. Well, maybe not. Maybe you'd get out of a lot of them. And I'd definitely take the long way to and from things.
Is that a song by Tangerine Dream? Maybe it's
It does sound great.
It does. And it's got tons of vents
It does have a fair number of vents.
and dials, and switches.
It's got lots of air conditioning.
Hey, if you've gone to the trouble of adding air conditioning,
Yeah.
you should get the full benefit of it.
I imagine that thing gets hot inside.
Yeah.
Also,
How much is this? 100? What else was 100? The 32? Ooh, I'd rather have this.
Well, that's got 3 days left.
I'm assuming that that kind of works out to a one of a kind.
What do you mean?
What do you mean? The seats definitely are one of a kind.
Well, it's not like you can. The factory didn't make that way.
Right.
No, but they made some
Yeah.
way.
That's why it's sort of a. Yeah.
Whoa. The Dreadnought Special?
Open wheel.
So another old British car.
Jesus. Which
I think that
motorcycling maniac?
I think that would be badass. I like old open wheel cars.
Oh, yeah.
When men
Is
were
it
men
chain
and would go
drive?
out and race with a fucking leather jacket and some goggles
Where are you gonna
and
race that?
die.
This thing's not even chain drive.
Where would I race it?
Where would you race it?
You know what it
Take it to
is?
track days.
This also has 19-inch wire wheels.
I don't know that they'd let you do a track day with that
No?
without putting a roll bar in it.
What about vintage race?
You might be able to do
Well,
Goodwood.
if I
You could
bought
do
it,
the hill climb.
You'd
maybe
probably
I'd
want to
just.
keep it in Europe.
Hmm?
You'd probably want to keep it in Europe.
Why would
It's
I
in
just
Belgium.
keep it here and just drive it around?
Okay. Sure. Looks like somebody drives it around there.
I just think it's fucking cool.
It is cool. How many liters? 12,000?
3.7.
What?
Yep. Plus a supercharger. There's your supercharger.
Hmm Also known as the bumper.
You have to worry about people stealing your supercharger while you're in the gas station and getting some snacks. I just think there's a lot to like about that.
There is a lot to like.
And
It's got brass hinges.
yeah, it does have piano hinges. You got to work with what you got, I suppose.
It's got a light and flywheels.
I think it said it had an AP Racing clutch. Yeah.
I bet you could do some rallies with it, like timed rallies, road rally things.
How about autocross?
I suppose, I don't know, man.
Um,
I think that whole thing where you're the roll cage, I think lots of people be like,
I love that the tires basically look like they belong on a tractor,
yeah,
or
it's
at
a good
least
picture. So
farm
that's
machinery.
probably not huge.
Well,
it's pretty good size. But yeah,
Well,
I'm
those are
assuming that's
19
a
inch
very
wheels.
big steering wheel.
yeah.
And
But something called the Dreadnought, you think it's like one of these,
it may have been fairly huge for its time.
uh, one of these airplane powered monster.
A dreadnought is a large ship.
Sure,
I'm just saying that,
but it's not like Brutus
or the Beast of Turin.
or the Beast of Turin.
I'm imagining that was pretty beefy for its time, though.
I don't know. What year was it?
31.
31?
Oh, this wasn't, I don't think this is 31. I think that's what they started with.
Oh, the chassis.
Yeah. Yeah. It was originally a two-door drop head coupe.
Hmm.
It was a rolling chassis in 2014. So everything on top of the frame is 2014 or newer.
It's still cool.
Yeah, very cool. And only $25,000.
Well, it's got 4 days left.
And you do have to get it from Belgium.
Could be fun.
I
Yeah.
kind of feel like being 1931, the chassis being 1931 makes importing it kind of easy.
Yeah, I mean, you just have to ship it.
Oh, hot rod.
I feel like the spokes in those wheels protrude too much from the
Maybe the
rim.
front. The color's good. The wheel color is good.
It is a good color and combination, I agree. It's like they've made it modern looking,
Well,
and I don't
sure.
necessarily like that.
Ooh, good seats. What is that?
Okay, I got a question.
What?
Go ahead.
That thing that goes in between the exhaust and connects to the diff,
Yeah.
that presumably is the drive shaft is above that, or the prop shaft.
Okay.
What purpose does it serve? Because it appears to have really long trailing arms.
Uh-huh.
Is that to prevent axle wrap?
Maybe. That is like the third gen F body. It's also like the Corvette, isn't it? Yeah, it's pretty
Yeah.
much the same. That's more like a third gen F body because that goes to the diff to a solid axle.
Yeah, that looks like it pivots. The Corvette doesn't pivot anywhere.
No, but the Corvette's independent rear,
Sure.
so it doesn't need to pivot.
Yeah.
So
What is it?
C4 Corvette, it bolts on here and bolts onto the transmission at the front.
Because there's no rear trans mount.
So that's
It
to
just makes that,
maintain the distance between the transmission and the diff.
well, it holds the transmission up and holds the diff up.
And to answer your question, yes, it's for axle
Yeah.
uh,
Wrap.
tramp.
Tramping.
bounce,
Rotation?
hop, whatever you want to call it. It reduces those things.
So that is did that car from the factory have that, or is that
No,
an addition?
it also didn't have a Ford 9-inch
No.
rear axle or an LS2.
I mean, I assume it didn't have that one. That looks pretty modern, but it
It
may have
didn't have
had
any of this.
anything like that. But it just had leaf springs.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Be exactly like Kevin's car was.
I really dislike leaf springs.
Pretty nice.
Uh,
It actually is pretty nice.
it
I
is
don't know
amazing
that
how
I
much
like
they
it
move,
as
though.
much as I thought it would, but it's still nice.
Yeah. I'd be curious how this works or how well that works.
Yeah. That just goes up to the subframe. That doesn't even go to the transmission.
No, it goes to the
Yeah, it just
which,
bolts up to the subframe.
huh?
The end of the subframe.
Well, it's up to the transmission mount.
Looks like it just goes up and tees off by the
No,
exhaust there.
And there's more going forward.
Is there?
yeah.
That just looks like a trans mount.
Oh,
No,
you might be right there.
Fair's right. I think.
I mean, I
I
guess
think.
if the transmission is mounted to that subframe and that's mounted to the subframe, then it doesn't really matter.
It looks like this is the end of it going into here, but I think that's the tail shaft of the
That's got to be the
transmission.
drive shaft.
Can't tell. Oh well.
Yeah. Oh well.
I thought that was pretty neat, but you had sent me one.
Did I?
Yeah.
That's not the one I picked.
You sent me a LS3 powered 68 Camaro.
Hmm. Oh. Haha.
That one looks better.
You think?
I do.
I think
The,
the
the
other one
wheels
looks
aren't as good,
I think the other one looks better.
but the front end of that one I like better.
I do like the RS front end better.
Yeah.
I
Boy, I
could
don't
But I
know.
like the color of the other one better.
I could
Yeah.
not have the tint, and that would be okay. Or it could be less.
What tint?
It looks like it's very tinted on the side windows.
The
Windows are down.
windows are down.
Oh, so it's just black on the inside. Oh, okay, yeah.
I think.
I like the shape of that one better, but the color scheme of the other one.
Huh?
The shape of the front of that one,
It's the same.
it's got a different front end on it.
It's just got different grill.
Well, I like the grill of that one better.
Okay.
Yeah. Those are nice. Was it TPI?
TMI.
TMI?
It's an unfortunate name for a product.
Yeah. Boy, I don't know. I might like the other one better. But for some reason, I like these wheels better.
I am amazed that car is 140,000.
Well, what
How
was
much
the other
the
one?
other one?
It does have oval exhaust.
It does. It does not have the diff joiner of doom.
No. Looks like it's got Ride Tech suspension
Yeah. And a 9
and a
inch.
9-inch. It's nothing terribly exotic. Ride Tech up front too.
Which is probably similar to what the other one had.
Yeah, I couldn't
It
tell
was
what
either
the other one had.
QA1 or Ride Tech or something.
Well, damn it! Now I have to know. So that one, 70,000.
Hmm.
How many days?
3.
What's the other one?
It ended already.
Oh, well, so that could get up to 140. I mean, it's unlikely.
Yeah, I'm not a big fan of the. I like the hideaways better on the RS front end. Our friend that has one of those does not agree with me.
Yeah, I could
Does
go
he
either way.
technically have one? He has many parts of one.
He has a whole one.
He's got a paperwork.
Doesn't run.
He's got more than a whole one, actually.
He does probably have about 3 of them in parts.
Yes.
I think I like
But it doesn't
the
run.
seats in this one better.
I think I like the seats in this one better too.
These have got to be more expensive wheels.
Yeah.
I think if the offset was a little different on the front wheel,
Yeah.
I would love them. I think this is just a better car.
There have to be pictures of the front suspension.
On this one?
It had 2
There
rear
is.
control arms.
Yeah. Oops. I don't know whose those are. Those
Right.
aren't Ride Tech.
Yeah. Maybe they're Detroit Speed or
Could be.
somebody.
Well, is that enough Camaro for you?
It is more than enough for me.
It's enough.
Wait, go back. Oh, that was horns, wasn't it?
Yeah.
What kind of wheels were on this one?
I don't know, but I like them. Also Forge Line.
Also, fortunately. Also Willwood.
You know, I think I like those better. They could be a little bit bronzier.
If those were the color the other ones were,
Yeah. The shape of those I like better,
yeah.
but they're a little too dark.
Sure.
Man, I tell you what, they do a great job on their interiors for just mail
TMI.
order. Yeah,
Yeah.
a mail order interior.
It's kind of like that. Is it Carbonius? Carbona? What was the Porsche one?
Oh, yeah, something like that. Whoa.
Now, I know this is a totally different thing.
Is this because this is got an LS2 in it?
No. There's several 356s on here. There's a Speedster. They're all similar price, which this one's at 325.
Jesus.
But the reason I picked this one is it's a Carrera GS coupe.
Right?
So you know what that means?
It's a deluxe,
Nope.
and
The Carrera part.
I don't.
it's got engine in it.
That engine.
It's got a
Is that one
Porsche
of
engine
those
instead of a
quad cam
Volkswagen.
deals?
Yep. That's 4cam.
Dang, dang.
So here's the thing I just want to throw out here real quick. I think the 356 in general is a good looking car. I would absolutely much rather have a reproduction
Yeah, I'm with you.
because I
I
don't.
don't know that you can. I don't know if there's a reproduction of that engine.
No,
Is the
the
thing.
engine's the coolest part
Yeah.
about this.
I just think it's a cool looking car, but I wouldn't want to own a real one.
I think this is something you would own and put in a collection. I don't think
Oh
this
yeah,
is something you would want to take out and cruise around a lot. Maybe
you might go get coffee in it a
Why would
couple
you have a
times.
car and not drive it?
some cars are probably best to look at.
And am I wrong? I like the later ones better than I like the C.
356.
Yeah, I like the C's.
Are those reservoir shocks, or is that just the top of the shock?
Those are coils. The blue things.
Ignition coils.
The what?
Ignition
Ignition
Ha!
coils.
Okay.
It's a very special little engine.
Was it ever put in anything else?
Yep.
Lots
think
of things. Well, not
550
lots.
Spider.
RSK.
Yeah. RSK. I think did the 550s have it? Or was it just the RSK?
Is that a fuel
Uh,
filter?
I'm not quite sure.
I'm not either.
Looks
It came in race cars. How's that?
Hmm.
Wow.
What was the little was it the 904 Carrera?
Yeah.
The little like prototype looking thing? Did that have that engine in it?
I don't know. I feel like those had like a 2-liter flat six.
Flat six.
Yep. That thing's cool.
It is cool. I wouldn't own it.
Ding.
325,000.
With 4 days left.
Why hasn't someone bid $356,000 on it yet?
Maybe they're saving it.
So 346 coupes.
Center lock wheels.
Yep.
I missed that part.
See?
Weird.
That's like a GT3 RS
That's
of the
gonna
day.
be rare.
It is $325,000 currently.
Yeah. That's a neat piece of history. Well,
Yes, obviously, it's lovely.
that is pretty awesome.
Have you seen the inside? Look at the inside.
Significantly cheaper.
Refresh it.
Well, sure.
Why refresh it?
The price will go up.
You don't know that.
It might.
Does it matter?
It didn't.
It's a great color, and those wheels I love on 911s of all sorts of vintages.
Keep scrolling. Look at that.
Ooh, yeah, look at that. That's beautiful.
It is.
I like the shift knob. It's got diarrhea tartan everywhere.
The passenger has the responsibility to put out the fire.
Yeah,
I'd have that.
this is a very good sword. It's even at a fantastic price. And it's got off-road wheels. Not sure I like that.
It has safari-style suspension components and wheels. I feel like somebody put a lot of work into that, and it's not reflecting in the price.
Oh, it still has 3 days.
Yeah, I like the graphics. I love the color.
That's a color I would not normally like, but I love it on that car.
Out.
There's the door handles.
Cool mirrors.
It's like new pea soup green.
Oh, wait a minute. Go back. Hacks. Look at
What?
that. They painted over the fucking fender seal.
Oh,
Hack job.
What?
Yep. And keep going forward. The squirter rubbers are
yep,
painted. And the wiper rubbers.
yep.
Who did this?
At least they took the windshield out.
Maybe not.
They didn't paint those rubbers.
No, they didn't paint those rubbers. Fender rubbers are not the easiest to get back in.
Hmm.
Man, so close. Almost ruins it for me.
It's just fix it.
Can't fix it.
Just take the rubbers out and put new ones in.
You gotta repaint that whole section.
Why? The
Because
paint
they'll
that's on
leave,
the rubber will come off with the rubber.
yeah, then they'll leave lines, paint lines. What if it's red underneath?
I don't think it will leave. It might, but maybe not.
That's true. They painted it with the rubbers in.
New rubbers are might be smaller.
Yep.
I think, by the way, and
It's got a start button.
I
What's
think
going on here? I don't like
that
this.
tartan is a McAllen Hunting.
I don't like the dash.
You don't like the dash being tartaned, or you don't like the buttons
I
on it?
don't like the buttons in this
I don't like
switch that I have in my race car.
I don't like the tartan either.
I like the tartan.
I don't
I
on the
don't like the
dash.
USB thing or whatever the other magic buttons do.
Change it. That's a pretty flat piece. You should be able to pretty easily reupholster that however you want.
I like the shifter.
I don't like the shifter. I like the
No?
shift knob.
I would
I've used
probably.
I've used that shifter. I don't like it.
You don't like the look of it, or you don't like
I
it?
don't like the function of it.
It bolts on, right?
Yeah.
So you can bolt a different one on.
You have me changing a lot of parts.
It's
Yeah,
not
and
that many.
I'm repainting the whole nose of this thing.
Right. And I got to redo the dash and replace the shifter.
You know what? I'd just buy it and enjoy it and not give a shit about that stuff. How's that?
That'd be fine.
You do you. Eh,
I think I would cover that.
why
That's
are they
interesting.
inside? Sorry, being too critical. It is a neat car.
It is. I like it. I'd still have it,
Maybe that's why it's only at 40-some
despite
thousand.
your ridiculous objections.
Looks like it was that color.
What color? Black? Gray?
I don't know. No, because they painted the wiring harness there too. Look at that going through the firewall.
Ah,
Hacks.
this one might have been a quick and dirty.
Yeah. Yeah, because the engine bay is the same color.
Maybe that's just like that lizard skin shit.
Why wouldn't put your MSD boxes in there,
Well, then they'd be in there with all the engine stuff.
right? That's what they do.
It's got the 12
Mm,
cappy cap.
Yeah, it's twin plug.
It's got carbon covers.
It's the spark plug wires.
big ass spark plug wires.
It's a 3.2 button. Can't run piddly little lightning hoses.
What's the name of that company that makes the spark plug wires that you have on your M3? Magnacore.
Magnacore.
Because I bought the biggest ones they had for my motorcycle, and
Yeah.
they're not that big. They're like half that big.
No, they're not.
They're
Not half that big.
they're significantly smaller.
I don't know. It might be an optical illusion.
Might be.
Yeah, neat car.
It is neat.
I'd
What's
still
next?
have it.
Whoa. All right.
One of 520.
Still don't know why the stripes are so far apart on
Yeah. I don't. I don't know.
Are those factory stripes?
Yes,
Yeah.
that's factory everything right there.
So that's how they did it.
Metal flake blue interior, metal flake blue stripes.
Mm,
That is cool. 4-speed.
yep.
Is there a picture of the hood from the front?
From the front.
Yeah.
No, it doesn't have a hood. See?
It does have a hood. The ram air being a scoop in the hood that more or less hermetically connects with foam to the intake, right?
You want to see the scoops?
That's why those stripes are where they are.
You think they just put them
Oh.
on the scoops?
Yeah, it might be.
Could be.
I mean, they do
Yes.
appear to kind of like widen a little bit across the hood, maybe. I can't tell.
Are you looking for a drone shot above, Soren?
Or at least like a standing shot. Not really much.
Man. I don't
So
know.
that's just saying from the hood back. And they do go from the hood scoop to the wing support, which
Yeah.
Yeah.
is pretty sensible, I think.
It's a good looking car.
It is.
Man,
I
it could
think
be.
the grill looks like an accident. Not like it's been in an accident, like the engineer or the designer was like, shit, we have to put a front on this. Other than that, though, it does seem nice. I'm not a muscle car guy, obviously, but
Yeah, you don't see very many of those.
doesn't it just kind of look like they went, fuck, we got to put something here?
No,
It looks like it doesn't go with it.
I don't know what you mean. The chrome?
No,
I think
the headlight enclosure, the whole front.
because it's got a gasket behind it.
It just looks
Is
like
it
it's
the
not the right
gasket?
color or shape, or it looks like an afterthought.
I think those only came in white with blue stripes,
Okay.
so you get the gasket either way.
They do get wider. They get wider over the roof.
Yeah, they do. They are angled.
That's to get to the wing supports, I imagine.
Looks like I put the stripes on.
I bet you that would be a pain to replicate.
You would need probably just measurements
You
of where
just
it should be, and
you'd
you
be doing
just
a lot of measuring.
put it where
We
it
just
goes.
count the vent, the cowl vents.
Remember doing the stripes on the Daytona prototype? Were you there for that?
Yeah, I did them.
Huh?
I did them.
I mean, you did them.
I did them. Which?
There's more than one Daytona prototype.
The first one, the first rally.
Uh-huh.
You painted them?
Yeah.
Oh, I mean, we were laying them out.
Yeah. Yeah, we all did that.
So that was me, you, Richie, and Joe
Yeah.
in there going.
Yeah.
Was that a horrible pain in the ass?
It was
I don't know if you ever saw a picture of that car.
it got
I guess I
less
shouldn't
and
say
less
it's stripes.
sophisticated over the years.
It did. It was the first one was pretty. It wasn't really stripes. It was like what do you call that? Scallops,
Yeah. I don't, you know
wedges.
what? I don't think I was there for the first one.
That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah. No, I wasn't there for that one.
Okay, good because I didn't remember you there.
No.
I remembered Richie, Joe, and me,
Yeah.
and Joe in there just like moving a tape line, then peel it all off, and put another tape line on, and then everybody stand there going,
Yeah.
maybe if it went up a little bit. Yeah, that one sucks. Rip it off, do another one. I don't know how long we were there putting stripes on that car, but it was a long time.
Yeah.
And I was just kind of standing there watching. Yes.
Shouldn't the inside of the Pontiac symbol be red?
Not in 69.
Really?
I don't know what reasoning they used, but yeah, those didn't have that red.
So sometimes they did, sometimes they didn't.
So my Firebird had, if you look on the rear of this one, see if there's a close up.
There it
Yeah.
is.
So this one has the little Firebird.
Mm-hmm.
This is a marker light.
Okay.
Mine, I had a 68 Firebird, and it had the arrowhead, and the center of the arrowhead was red, which was the marker light.
Hmm.
But yeah, I don't know why they're chrome on these. I don't know if all the ones that had chrome front ends did that. And I don't know. But yeah, it's usually red. Not on these, but it's usually red.
I've seen, in a almost totally unrelated thing, I've seen a lot of Fords, modernish Fords, where the Ford symbol is all silver.
Is what?
All silver.
I've not seen that.
And I can't tell if that's that like the blue, what's supposed to be enamel, but is actually probably just plastic, has fallen off, or if that's intentional. Like a thing where people go, I'm going to make my Ford symbol all silver
Probably
For-
both.
for whatever.
I think it
fucking
probably
reason.
fell off.
There was a time there where they fell off pretty
Yep.
easily.
It's a nice car.
Seems
Yeah.
like a thing you'd want to
So
get right.
this
What's it at? 61?
61, 4 days left. Or that,
Whoa.
which got away. Apparently it's already sold.
For more than 64.
Definitely more than 64. I think these are pretty rare also, the Eliminators.
Yeah. It's pretty rare.
I would personally take a Pontiac over a Mercury.
Probably more rare with the 428. I don't know if they all had them.
69, 40, 28. Wow.
Huh?
69 with a 428?
Yeah.
Man.
Doesn't say how many.
Looks really
I
nice.
wonder if the Marty report says. It's a neat car. I don't know who picked it. Is that you?
Could be.
Certainly wasn't me.
Certainly wasn't, Soren. So 2250 with the Eliminator. They don't break it down, so had a 71 Formula 455 that I got the PHS, Pontiac Historical Services on. And it broke down. It was kind of like there were this many Firebirds, this many of those were formulas,
Right.
this many formulas came in this color, or had a 455, this many 455 formulas came in this color. That one just kind of,
Doesn't tell you a whole lot.
yeah, I'm guessing there were 304 Cougars with 428, and there was obviously less. Well, maybe all 304 were Eliminators. That might be too.
7 days behind schedule.
It was late.
Got a remote control left-hand racing mirror.
Yep.
What's that?
Remote control left-hand racing mirror.
Does it still have the remote control left-hand racing mirror?
I don't know.
Sure looks like it. That looks like a racing mirror.
That is a racing mirror.
It has
Yeah, I think those are cool.
no right-hand mirror.
I would rather have the Trans Am. Not not accounting for the price, which is probably going to get close to that.
Yeah, those things get kind of pricey too. I think it's pretty cool.
Yeah.
And Soren has failed his test.
In what respect?
Oh, was that his car?
Yep.
The Mercury?
Mm-hmm.
Why would the Mercury be my test?
It's a fancier Mustang. And you love 69 Mustang with 428
It's a good point.
Cobra Jets.
Yep. No, he does not. He only likes 69 Boss 302s and Boss 429s. He does not like Mach 1s.
That doesn't look anything like a Mustang.
It's Mustang.
It doesn't look like one.
It's a Mustang.
It's got a
It's got the
very
same
It looks a
powertrain.
lot like a Mustang.
angular front end,
What are you talking
girly
about?
bits. It doesn't look like it. I don't like it. I don't like the color. It's a Mercury. I would never voluntarily own any Mercury.
Wow.
Hmm.
All right.
Mercury's
Well,
are
I
for suburban
figured
women.
since you've been brushing up on all your 69 Ford big block heritage recently,
I haven't.
you know what kind of tires they come with.
I
Yep.
don't.
Yeah.
You definitely know way more than either one of us knew about Boss Mustangs.
I do not probably know. more than
Probably
either
name
of
all
you.
the paint codes options.
The next one, I am surprised neither of you picked this.
All right, next. 127. Jesus.
Let's do it.
How neither one of you picked this one, I'm puzzled.
Just show it. Well, obviously, I didn't pick it.
4 days left. Could have been.
Why in the hell would I pick that?
It's an R9G.
Yep.
I don't give a shit. I don't like
That is the Corvette Challenge package.
Corvettes except C2s.
I must have just glossed over the R9G.
You must have.
It's easy to miss.
189 miles shown.
Huh.
In 34 years.
Doesn't seem like enough.
Those wheels are killer.
Yeah. Oh, and the cloth seats. What year is this? 90? I was gonna say that's got.
That could be the best year.
Yeah, with the newer interior and the
Yep.
old exterior. Although
No,
the
I like the.
dash cluster on these sucks.
Yeah.
The digital dashes are far superior.
Everything on this sucks.
But I feel like I'd rather have a twin port engine than an LT.
Yeah, I mean, just because they don't have OptiSpark,
Yeah, pretty
I
much.
think I would probably put the Super Ram. I'd try and find a Super Ram intake and put it on it. Wow, it's got
Pretty
cats
amazing.
and everything.
So that car never raced. Is that what they're, is
I mean, it's what
that
it
what I'm
looks
getting
like.
here?
Yeah,
Well, it says Survivor.
and it's got what? No miles on it.
189 miles.
Maybe
Maybe it
they
was.
did a parade lap.
Well, it doesn't have a roll cage in it, so
Hmm.
maybe it was a pace car at best.
So an R9G that was never converted to a race car.
Does that mean it came with two engines?
Jacking location. Do you have that?
I think mine are covered up with side pipes,
Oh, that's true.
and mine are definitely not that pristine.
They have more than 189 miles.
Yeah,
189,000.
They
I
are
think it's only 140.
they are 1/1000th as pristine.
I didn't even get the tool, the T-top tool, which is what that was.
It's neat.
It is neat. It's actually not bad.
I mean, it's pretty rare.
Well, it's 4 days left.
Pretty low miles.
Yeah, but that's inching up into ZR1 territory.
Sure.
I know where there's a race car for sale with questionable history.
Another one or the same one?
Different one.
Really?
Yeah. It was actually raced. Raced.
Why is its history questionable?
Well, I don't know
Who raced it?
who raced it, uh, and there's not really. I think it's. I don't really know who owns it.
All right. That's questionable.
Yeah, I think the title got lost a couple owners ago, and
How does that not get remedied?
Well,
I
it's a
don't
race
know.
car. Oh,
Holy shit! Who put this on Bring a Trailer?
Well, I did not. It's the wrong engine.
What do you mean?
It's a.
Because it's just two numbers shy.
seriously.
I prefer the other one.
It's a C2.
It is a C2. I'm not really
You
into the
said
paint. I
it's the
don't care about
best.
side pipes.
It's the best body ever.
I'm really not into the paint.
Oh, what? It
It's
really
painted,
needs different wheels, but
It's a little clown carish
it's painted in 1969.
man, this is
by
gorgeous.
someone who was fully enjoying LSD.
No, they might have done the night before, but
Hmm. No, that's too detailed for the for the night before. That's just not my cup of tea.
man, they even airbrushed the jams.
Yep.
That is amazing. It needs hydraulics, is what it needs.
Hydraulics. Don't
Yep,
say that.
that's what it needs.
No.
Why would you? Hydraulics are for like cars that are bulky and heavy anyway, and
Sure.
adding all that bulk doesn't ruin it as a car any more than hydraulics just ruin it as a car.
Wow.
That is some seriously intricate shit,
Mm,
or
I
badly
thought
done.
that was all
But
metal flake, but it's not.
What do you do that technique with?
I think like a brush.
Really?
I
Just
think
like
you like
splatter it?
flick it on there or something. I don't know.
I
Huh.
think you stretch the paint out and let it dry a little bit and cobweb.
See, I would think that would be something laid over it, like the lace, but a
No,
different material.
no. Or you dribble it on. I don't know. It looks kind of dribbled.
It's like a lot of fucking work.
Yeah, It's a shame. I thought that was over a heavy metal flake, but it's not. It's just over white. That took some time.
Kind of reminds me of that motorcycle tank I had.
I mean, the fade.
I'm willing and able to appreciate the talent involved in making that, but I don't appreciate the product.
Now you're just hurting my feelings.
You didn't do it.
No, but this was another test, I guess.
Yeah,
It's a color scheme I don't like. It's a pattern I don't really care for.
you're
You
failing.
said
You're failing
NEC2
tests.
is the best
I
Corvette.
did no. I said C2s are the best Corvettes,
Right. This is one of them.
but that's not any C2.
This is a C2.
You're just failing tests left and right.
If they had a different engine and paint scheme, it might be the best
What's
Corvette.
wrong with the engine?
It's got
I don't want a
great
big block
engine.
in a fucking Corvette.
But you want a big block in a Mustang?
Yeah. Explain
correct.
that. Explain that one.
I don't have to.
Yeah, you do.
No, it's a preference, and that's
Yeah.
my preference.
No, we want to know.
You can't understand a thing that I can't explain to you.
Well,
That's dumb.
That's irrefutable.
All right.
I
So
can't believe
going
you didn't
from-
like it.
going from that beauty to one of Soren's picks.
Yeah, I would buy that.
Whoa.
At that price, I would just go,
$6,000.
I'll have it.
Do it. Do it
Unless
now
there's a
before someone
particularly
buys it.
compelling reason not to.
There's only 15 minutes left.
No, that's 15 hours.
Damn it.
Where's it at?
$6,000.
No, where is it located?
Private party.
What?
Staten Island, New York.
Oh,
Oh, that's stolen.
I'm pretty sure that one,
We could fly in and drive it back.
I don't want to go anywhere near New York. But I do like that, and I would have it
So it's been repainted.
because it's red.
It has Uniroyal tiger paws.
Whatever. It's gonna have to put tires on it. I put new tires on a new car because I don't like them. If the repainting has been done well, I don't care
Why was it repainted?
because it's fucking red and that's a stupid color for cars.
Then why are you buying a red one?
Well, Bear, that's me wanting to embrace things I don't like.
Oh my god. First, you don't like big blocks and Corvettes. Then you like big blocks and Mustangs. Now you like red cars, but you don't like red cars.
Those have all been long-standingly the case. Reasonably long-standingly. At least.
Ah, hell. Oh, and one of the Uniroyals has a small leak.
Doesn't
What?
matter. They're getting replaced.
You're not letting the Pauls do some clawing?
I'm a little disturbed that at the moment one of my vehicles has Pirelli Scorpions on it.
It's got shift lights in the steering
It
wheel.
does. And I think it's got like a little gauge
Yeah.
thing in there too.
Tells you all your tire pressures.
Yep.
Well, it was originally red. That's good.
Of course, exhaust probably sounds good.
Also good.
What's the Carfax?
Never mind that. Let's go driving. 7 owners.
Oh,
133,000 miles was the last reported odometer. How many is on it now? 134,000. That might stay cheap, so
I don't know that that's a damning number.
Now. Bow, bow, bow.
2008 is
yeah.
pretty much the pinnacle of cars.
What are we dinging? Are we driving?
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Why is it dinging? What's the big red light in the middle? Is it door ajar? I think it
It's-
thinks the doors are open. Or maybe his seatbelt's not on. Put your damn seatbelt on. Take a video like a human.
Is it seatbelt?
Yeah.
Are you serious?
What are you doing?
Is that the seatbelt?
No, I think that one right there is his
This one?
seatbelt. Yeah, the big one right there.
Well, there's one up here too.
Yeah. In case you're deaf and blind.
I don't see anything on the steering wheel.
Yeah. God.
Really?
In the comments, there'll probably be some comments about why
I hope there are.
the dinging.
At least buckle it and then sit on the seatbelt. I don't
Or
know.
just,
It's dinging now.
I don't hear it dinging right now.
No, it's not.
Go to a junkyard, buy the latch, cut it off.
They
and
sell them on
stick it in.
eBay for like $2.
There you go.
Or just wear your seatbelt.
Yeah, well, that would be my first choice.
I mean,
Or at least
Even if I didn't wear my seatbelt normally, I would just wear it for the fucking video because I don't want to.
right,
I don't want
exactly.
to document myself committing a crime.
Well, plus it's the only thing you hear.
I don't give a fuck about the tires.
That beautiful car, blah blah blah. No one has mentioned. There was a video thing. Oh, that was him posting it.
Dent on roof.
Yeah.
um,
There's a couple cars I'm gonna not buy just because of the previous owners. There's this one, and then the one from last week where he was driving it with no shirt.
He was wearing his shirt
He
there.
was not.
It was a wife beater. You could see it.
No, and he was hairy. He wasn't wearing a
He
shirt.
was hairy
It was
and he was wearing
there might
velour,
have been a little too much dude touching the car.
and he
it
was
was
wearing
velour
sandals.
seats, short shorts, sandals, velour seats, no shirt,
Yeah.
Had a
hairy.
shirt.
Probably smelled
You
like
can see the shirt.
Gandhi's thong.
Ooh.
Not buying that car. Not buying this car because this guy can't even fasten a seatbelt
I
and
still
take
like
a
it.
video.
That ding, like in my M6,
Yeah,
it's terrifying.
right.
I was driving.
It means
I was
money.
yeah.
They should just go cha-ching,
I was driving it.
cha-ching.
It did. I can't remember what it was. It was like the windshield washer fluid was low or something. It's like, dang! I was like, oh no,
Oh, son of a bitch.
that's gonna be expensive. Oh, good. It's just windshield washer fluid. It's the same ding, no matter how much it costs.
Yeah. This, on the other hand,
Is this the same color?
maybe. This looks like a good car.
Um,
Did that say it had conies? Active Coney shocks? Diamond springs. I don't know if it's the same color. This one's metallic.
wasn't the other one metallic?
I don't know. I don't care. He wasn't wearing a seatbelt.
It's got Continentals on the front, Bridgestones on the back.
Yeah. Ooh. Manual. Nice leather. Burl wood.
The
Active
interior is pretty
suspension.
nice. Yeah, that looks pretty good.
Yeah. And I'm a four-door guy.
A what?
A four-door guy.
As am I in most cases.
I like the front air dam thing.
I still would rather have the other one.
Well, I have the other one.
Maybe I will. Are you not going to fly to Staten Island with me anymore?
Yeah.
Because
No, I was the one flying to Staten Island with you.
Is this one in Staten Island?
I don't know where this one is.
I can just drive there.
No offense, but I'm not flying with anybody there to get this one.
No?
No, these don't. I don't know.
They look so much better than the new ones.
Yeah,
And the inside's like the same, except for the new ones are
it's in Houston.
perfect.
Fuck that.
We'll get mugged.
Yeah, I don't know. That one doesn't really do much for me, Bear.
All right, well, whatever. I think it's a good deal.
What's up next?
Ooh, JDMness. This must have been one of mine.
This one, nope.
No,
I went for this one.
did you?
Yep. You didn't have anything to do with this one.
Because I saw it. I was like, ooh.
And I saw it and I went past it, and then this one got me thinking.
Good
How
wheels.
the GTO headlight covers are
Really nice
silly.
wheels.
Good color combination overall.
Sure. Yeah.
Well, fits in with the
So
last
the thing on
couple
these
cars.
cars for me, I really like the way they look.
Yeah,
The engine is not so
yeah, the engine sucks.
good,
What
but
sucks about the engine?
they look great, and you can do all kinds of different engines.
Oh yeah,
I think there's a plethora of
that had the
swaps.
same engine that my hard body had in it.
What?
Yeah,
2.4 inline
Well,
four?
yeah.
I mean, sort of.
No, it was the exact same thing. Probably different oil pan.
No, yours was in a twin cam.
Uh,
Yours was single overhead cam.
listen,
It had the same displacement and number of cylinders.
and it had the same engine code.
What?
It wasn't a DE.
Whatever. It was a K24. I think it was. I don't know what it was.
Maybe it was. I
I
don't
think
know.
it was a D.
The reality is, that's a truck engine. Apparently, I've never driven one, but from what I've read and heard, it kind of drives like a truck engine.
Yeah.
But
So does
my
the Corvette.
question to you, assuming this car was on your shopping list, would the fact that it has a nitrous kit influence your purchase?
I don't think
In
so.
which way?
I don't think so.
I think it would.
It would
Because this
influence
engine's coming out.
it would influence yours, Soren?
Yeah, because I'm going to assume that if it has a nitrous kit, it's been driven
With nitrous on it?
hard and
Okay.
possibly irresponsibly.
Oh,
I'm
Hooligans?
not going to buy a car with the intention of swapping the engine. That's fucking retarded.
Maybe these are hard to find in really good shape, and this one looks like it's in really good shape.
it does look like it's in really good shape.
It would influence my feelings about it. I might still buy it.
The nitrous would?
Yeah. How many cars have you had nitrous on?
2?
Did you not jump one of them and kill it?
No.
No?
That's why it got nitrous on it.
Ah, all right.
So you
I
could jump
jumped it.
further?
Huh?
So you could jump farther?
No, I decided I'm not jumping cars anymore.
Huh. Did that say it had like 800 miles on it?
Huh?
8,000?
385. Yeah, the jump killed the engine that was in it, and then the engine got rebuilt. And I thought, since we're rebuilding anyway,
Ooh, is this the nitrous switch?
yep.
In the ashtray?
Yeah. I mean, so far, I haven't seen a nitrous kit yet, so it's pretty nice.
There you go.
I bet you put a spare tire back there and no one would ever know you had nitrous. I bet you put a cover over the.
If you just take the nitrous, I never know you had nitrous.
There's one of the solenoids. Is it a dry system? That might influence me. It is a dry
What
system.
does that mean?
Um, both of the cars I had, the nitrous systems on both of them were wet systems. So it injected fuel and nitrous.
Okay.
So when you hit the button, well, I didn't have a button, but when you hit wide open throttle on either one of those, it instantly opened up the solenoids for the fuel and the nitrous. So it added fuel while it was adding nitrous. Dry system relies on your engine management to adjust the fuel.
By making it think there's more air?
Well, the nitrous does that.
Yeah, but I mean, so it's blowing nitrous in, and the mass airflow sensor goes, shit, I need to put more fuel? Or
Nitrous, the mass airflow sensor doesn't come into the equation because it's going straight into the throttle body.
how then does the engine know that it needs more fuel?
It has well, it should have an O2 sensor.
So it
And
goes, I'm running too lean.
the O2 sensor will say, I'm too lean.
Yeah, but you've already run too lean at that point.
See, that's why I always had a problem with dry
And,
systems.
running too lean causes detonation, which is bad.
Looks like
Listen,
it's got more than 8,300 miles on it.
sure looks like it does. Unless it was 8,300 miles driven through the mud.
They're all winter miles.
Uh,
I mean,
on this particular car, no, it wouldn't bother me one little bit.
this is one of
You're
those
yoinking
things.
the engine out anyway.
Yeah, I'm buying this car for the chassis.
If I'm selling a car like this, why wouldn't you detail it?
Or at least wash it.
He did. He washed the outside. What do you want?
Yeah, but when you go to take the pictures, you should go, fuck, no, I should
He
get
probably
a
doesn't
power
have a
wash in and
garage.
power wash
What's
the
all
bottom.
this?
Schmutz.
It's nitrous juice.
It's from when the engine blew up.
Blew the
Which Bear
radiator
doesn't
out.
care about because he's putting a new one in there anyway. So nitrous Bear doesn't care because he's. What if you weren't changing the engine?
I have recently stopped looking at vehicles because they had a nitrous kit installed in them.
What's that mean?
That means I was looking at a vehicle and going, "Oh, this is cool." Nitrous, not looking at it anymore.
Really?
Yep,
What car was that?
I don't remember, but it
Hmm.
was something that I wasn't going to immediately pull the engine out of.
So I advertised one of my nitrous cars for sale with nitrous. That
Yeah,
was
big,
has all this stuff done to the engine because it
big
did,
letters.
and then NOS fogger system.
And
I mean, the guy that bought it seemed to like that.
do you feel that that reduced the number of people that were interested?
I don't know. That's why I'm asking.
I would say yes. How many miles does the ad say it has? Because on the top side, it looks like it has no miles on it.
It says 8,000
8,000.
miles shown.
Yeah. We
Did it
all
have,
know these were stolen at least once
did it
in
have
their
a
lifetime.
Carfax?
2 service records.
Huh? I mean,
1 owner. You're telling me this one owner's driven this car
oh, it
8,000
says
miles,
one owner. Yeah, it does say one owner.
and then he decided to put nitrous on it at some point?
Purchased new for track use.
Well, okay. So those are hard miles.
Who does?
Track days with nitrous.
Yeah,
Did they even let you do
Well,
because it's not like a drag car, right?
you can use nitrous on a road race track too.
Sure.
I used it all the time everywhere I went.
that? I'd like to amend my statement.
I went through a bottle a week.
Were you getting the I work at Jegs discount?
Yes. And I had bottles in rotation.
As I would.
So I always had a fresh bottle sitting there.
So you took the empty bottle out, put the fresh one in, and drove to get that one refilled.
No, I worked at Jags. So I just sent it to the other store and they filled it. And it just
Okay.
showed up on our delivery truck.
So if I felt nitrous was appropriate for a particular car,
Mm-hmm.
if it's the sort of thing where I would be like, I want to put nitrous on it anyway, and I felt like it was done well, like it looked like it was done not half-assed, and I would have to research to determine whether I felt that it was done correctly, in addition to being done neatly, then it would
That's interesting.
then it wouldn't be
It's
a
an
negative.
interesting point because I was trying to decide if I would buy a car that had nitrous on it. So my Fiero, the first car I had nitrous on, had what I thought at the time was a fairly well-designed kit
Hmm.
system. Had a bottle heater, remote bottle valve, so I could just do everything from the driver's seat. So in the morning, turn the bottle heater on. When I start the car up, then when everything's all warmed up, open the bottle valve and then arm the system. And then I had it on a micro switch with throttle. So anytime you went wide open throttle, nitrous.
So you could turn off the remote valve, and that would not be the case, obviously.
Because it wouldn't have any nitrous.
You could drive it. You could drive it normally if you wanted to, even at wide open throttle. Wouldn't it make sense to have nitrous kick in a bit before wide open throttle?
No, no, it wouldn't. Why would you want what? Why would you not be at wide open throttle?
I don't know.
Well,
I don't know.
Would you buy?
That's a that specifically, any specific car is a complicated question because that car may or may not be something you think is suitable for nitrous, right?
Why? Nitrous is nitrous.
Well, this is big nitrous discussion, but I guess it goes back to what he was saying which is how well is it done?
Sure.
So on my car, if it had 4 fogger nozzles as a wet system
Yeah.
and had the stuff I had on my black BMW, because that was the other car that had nitrous. And that one I had a window switch on the nitrous system, so it wouldn't turn on below 3,000 RPM.
Right.
And it shut off 200 RPM before the rev limiter.
In an attempt not to blow the engine up.
Yeah, so it's not on the rev limiter and still pumping nitrous in there. If you had those safeguards on an E30 M3, maybe, and had 4 nozzles.
Because individual throttle bodies. I wonder how likely you are to get equal pressure to all 4 nozzles.
Pretty likely. It's at 900 PSI. It's at 900 PSI.
I don't know.
Okay.
If I had nitrous on a car, I think I'd take it off before I tried to sell it.
I was just curious. When I looked at this, I was like, oh, that's pretty nice.
We're at 7.
And then I saw the nitrous system and I was like, That would
It's
be
so weird that especially this with no miles, with no nitrous on it, would be probably in the 20s at the end.
yeah, I don't know. I like those.
Yeah. I like the ones that were slightly after that.
I feel like, and
And this
maybe
is kind of just like it.
It is. The JDM.
I would absolutely have that, obviously, because I chose it. I want an Acti. I like that one's a little bit more aggressive in its stance than they normally are, which is all wheels and tires, I know.
You like knobbly tires?
It's basically a yard motorcycle. I think that'd be a cool thing to have. My neighbor has one. I'm jealous every time I drive by.
Too big for your yard. It's not really a motorcycle.
It's a yard tractor.
You need a bigger yard.
Yep.
I would, if I had one of those, I'd drive it out to my sister's house and I would have a great deal of fun in her yard with it. Her yard's huge
Yeah.
and swampy.
Huge swampy yard, huh?
Well, parts
Well,
of it are swampy.
It's only $4,300. It's got 2 days left.
I know.
It's got a light bar.
I think it'd be fucking cool. Where's it at?
It's in a garage.
What fucking state is it in?
It's in
Japan.
Japan.
It's not in Japan.
Why would it not be?
It's been imported from Japan.
It's JDM.
Definitely JDM.
They're all JDM.
What more do you want?
Just scroll up and see where it's located.
California.
Too far.
What?
I'm not flying out to drive that back with you.
I'm not driving that across the fucking country.
You
And I don't want to pay to ship it across
are
the country.
exactly driving that thing.
But I would totally have that.
Holy shit.
Mm.
Was
Okay.
this your
So I put this
your
on.
wheelbarrow collection?
I put this on for 2 reasons. One, I've never seen anything like that.
Where'd this come from?
2, it almost looks like it has a BMW grill on the front. And I just thought that was neat.
I feel like it needs ears on the side like a dumb dog.
Rabbit.
Yeah.
It's from 1937 in
Is
Deutschland.
it French?
German.
German? When did you say 37?
Yep.
Yikes.
Is that the parking brake?
It's probably the starter. You probably just push that in.
Oh, that's the shifter.
Yeah, I figured that was a shifter, but I'd love it if it was the choke. You just like pull it back
And it's chain drive?
or something.
Yes.
Oh my god.
197 cc's, rated at 7 horsepower.
What does this thing weigh?
It's a pickup or it's a dump truck, basically.
Yeah. Oh my god.
Or maybe it's like a hay truck. I don't know. I just thought it was interesting.
The
And
tempo.
and I think what's it at currently?
It looks French.
It's
Definitely looks French.
it says it's German.
I know, but it still looks like it's French.
I kind of want it.
I wonder what parts supply is like for that. It's got some
Oh,
French.
you
turn
probably have
signals.
to go to somebody like a machinist and go make me one of these, but not broken.
Look how thick the steel is on that roof. That
How thick
is
the steel is on the fucking turn signal flag.
basically bomb-proof.
Well, in 1937, they might have been starting to worry about that sort of thing,
Yeah.
except the parts that are wood.
Well, those are just expendable. Tempo. Didn't they make bikes or
It's
scooters or something?
basically a motorcycle-derived dump truck.
Heavy machinery.
I'm going with no thanks.
You got to admit.
It's got one switch.
Have you ever seen that before? Because
No.
I haven't.
No. And it's
Uh,
got
I hope I never see anything like it again.
hey, the
It has no
light
indication.
works.
It has no indication of what the shifter does.
What is that ratchety thing?
And that's the
Cruise
parking brake.
control?
That is the parking brake.
Was it just push on the brake pedal?
I don't know what the pedals do there. There's 3 of them.
And it looks like the gas is in the middle.
It's the floor is made out of wood.
Is the gas in the middle?
The skinny one was in the middle.
And the brake is on the right and the clutch is on the left. I guess
I think.
Yeah.
it's early days for that shit. Maybe they
Yeah.
hadn't figured it out yet.
I don't think that had been finalized.
Yeah, that's got to be French.
It's got an empty bottle of aspirin for last time they tried to
Start it.
The last guy that
Drive it.
operated it.
I like it.
Huh. Oh my God. More knobbly tires. This must be Soren.
I like the 4x4 E350s, and so I had to put one up.
Huh.
And I like that one, at least from the outside. It's a little too woody on the inside for my taste, but that's easy to fix.
It's called dynamite.
It's called dynamite.
Yeah, you could fix that with dynamite.
I don't think it needs dynamite.
It's got lots of big bumpery things with lights.
I like big bumpery
It
things.
looks good. At least you could melt your way out with all the headlights.
Those winches are kind of neat.
Yeah.
I forget why.
Rack attack.
Put your motorcycles back there.
Or dirt bikes, probably.
Or kids.
Oh, that's
So those
definitely a,
look very uncomfortable.
definitely a van seat.
Maybe over rough terrain.
That's easy to fix.
I will also not be flying in to drive that home with you from
Arizona?
Colorado.
Tucson, Arizona.
Oh, yeah.
I'd drive that home myself.